Hi, I'm Vanita, and this is my podcast, Laid Off to Lift Off. The goal is to provide real layoff stories from all walks of life in 15 minutes or less, hear about the day it happened, where they are now, and inspiring advice to help you through your own journey. Whether you've been there, are in it now, or think it's coming, I want you to know that you're not alone. Hi, everyone. I am here with Jennifer Lee. I don't know if anyone's ever heard this perspective before, but Jen and I worked at the same company where we were both laid off.
Mm-hmm.
But the twist of it is that Jen was actually on my team. Overall, in my team, I had a manager and Jen was an analyst who reported to this manager. So I knew about Jen's layoff a month before she actually did. I don't know if she knew that part of detail, but it was so difficult to know that information. And as a manager, nobody prepares you for how that feels, how crappy you feel as a person, because I really loved Jen. I met Jen online during COVID. I always knew there was this vibe, joy, light, and aura about her. But I met her in person actually 2 years after. I knew right away she was amazing. Her personality, her vibes, everything. So to know that she was on a list to be laid off a month before it actually happened crushed me. And to act like everything was normal was very hard. And I don't think Jen knew this. Jen is amazing. And I thank her so much for doing this and sharing her story with us. So thank you, Jen.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Vanita, thank you for inviting me. I'm really honored to be here and be chatting with you about this experience that really shift the trajectory of at least what I thought the direction my life was going at the time. I did not know that you knew a month in advance. However, I could sense there was something going on. I mean, not necessarily by you, but it was work just seemed different. I remember, I think before the layoff happened, my manager, she's like, oh, yeah, if you need time off, no problem. And she's always been like that. It was just different. Like, I couldn't really
Yes.
explain it. The workflow had changed. So I just kind of was like, all right. I don't know what this is, but it will reveal itself in due time.
We knew a merger was happening.
So,
We knew layoffs were happening. We just
yeah.
didn't know the timing and who was going to be on that list.
Mhm.
And some managers knew who they were laying off, and they themselves didn't know they were on the list too,
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah.
But so how did you find out? And your previous manager
Yeah.
is going to listen to this episode because we are friends.
So much. I think about her
She
all
is
the
fantastic. We love her.
Yes, yes, yes. I think, was it a Monday or something of the sorts? I logged in because I was remote. I've been remote. That's
Mhm.
how I joined the company. Logged in and kind of just going about my day. And then I got that message. If you've been laid off before, you
Mm.
get that message.
Yep.
Hey, when you're free or when you have some time, can we chat? It's kind of
Yeah.
okay. And at this time, I've kind of mentioned previously, I kind of knew things were weird. It was definitely one of those things where, in some sense, expected.
Mm.
So I was like somewhat prepared. We chatted on the phone. She was so distraught. It was hard for her to deliver
Yeah.
the news. And I remember hearing the words like, essentially you're getting cut, you're getting laid off. It was hard for me more so knowing that she had to lay me off. Like she had to deliver this news to me. I've been laid off before from a company. So it was more so of like, I can hear that she really didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then to find out that you were also a part of the list, it was like, whoa, like this is insane. This is intense. I tried to be as cool as possible about it with my manager. I already knew it was hard for her and I didn't want to add any extra pressure on her.
Right.
I kind of wanted it to be a band-aid ripped off and
Yeah.
the
You
wounds.
wanted to put her out of her misery finally, because we know this manager and we know how
Oh my
She can be
God.
she's
And she
fantastic, but
so
she
much.
cares. She
Yes.
really, really does care
Yes.
about her direct reports. All of
Mhm.
us cared about each other, and that was the hardest part because I
Yeah.
always knew our team was special. We had a good thing, and in sometimes I thought to myself, "This is too much of a good thing,
Mhm.
and it's gonna end." And I didn't know when.
Yeah.
And yeah, that day was hard for sure. I know she was struggling to leave me. We cried
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely really hard. After we got off the call, I think I called like my mother and
Mm.
I told her the news and she was like, "What? Like, wow, why?" All the things people
Yeah.
involved. I explained to her, there's a merger going on. I had my moment to think about it, to really like process the information. It was bittersweet in the sense of felt like I was not really, I don't know if it's living up to my fullest potential. Didn't feel like I was really making a difference at the company. Although the company
Yeah.
was cool. I mean, it was definitely a bragging point to, say,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, of
on
course.
paper. You
That
know
was
what
a
I
cool,
mean?
yeah.
Hey, it was cool to talk about, but I really didn't know my direction career wise. I
Yeah.
didn't know where was this going to lead me. I had questions like, is this what I really enjoy doing? Do I need to pivot into something? These were all things I was battling within
Yeah.
myself. So this opportunity, and yes, I said opportunity, being laid off
Yeah.
came and a chance at a fresh start. It was a
Mhm.
chance to sort of sit with myself and reevaluate certain things. It did throw a wrench in my plans. I was looking to buy a house at the time.
Mm.
Once I found out I got laid off, that crushed that goal of mine at the time. I took some time off, figured out what I wanted to do, things that I really wanted to develop, being an entrepreneur in the sense of owning a cafe and building those parts of myself up and
Yeah.
having a good time traveling. That was in there too.
Good for you.
It
Sometimes you
was
need a little push
yeah,
and
for
get
sure.
out of your comfort zone to
Mhm.
actually do what you're meant to be doing, even if you're not like fully there yet.
Yeah.
It gave you that foundation to be like, okay, now is my opportunity
It's
to
okay,
see what
go
I want to do.
ahead.
It's okay. So
Yeah.
that was your second layoff?
Yes, that was my second layoff. First one was actually at my first HR job, my first career job out of college.
Mm-hmm.
That one was due to COVID.
Ah,
So it was kind of like, hey, COVID's happening. We're laying people off.
it was a
And
different feeling. Was it a
oh,
different feeling or was it the same? Did one hurt more than the other?
oh, yes. I mean, our layoff hurt so bad because first, I love the team that we worked with. Everybody is so intelligent. Everyone is everyone's different.
Yes.
We had so many characters on our team. They lived in different parts of the United States. We got to hear about what's happening in Minnesota.
So they're all gonna listen to this and they're gonna be so happy that they got a little shout out
Oh
from
my
you.
goodness. That was the hardest part for sure, was leaving the team. And then we had the team meeting.
Yeah.
At the team meeting, and it was, Vanita just reiterating what's going on. She was letting the team know, hey, yes, me and Jen were getting let go. I remember like 5 minutes of crying. It may not have been 5 minutes, but it
It
was
felt like a long time.
we were just all on the phone, just tears. I was like, I can't believe I'm crying right now in front of you. But raw. It was so authentic. It was the end of an
Yeah.
era. I
It
mean,
was. It truly was.
yeah,
Like, we had a really good
we
team,
had
a
a
really
really
good
good team.
team. We
And
really did.
I hope that, maybe one day, maybe we'll get to work
Maybe one
together.
day. You never know. Maybe when you open that cafe, we all gonna come sit around like an episode of Friends and
Right.
have some coffee. I'll make my peanut butter date bars.
Gosh, Vanita. That was like my best memories of being at the office in New York was just you bringing in baked goods. And I was just like,
Oh, I
yes.
thank you. So what are you up to now, Jen? Or what would you like to
Yes.
do?
I wanted to buy a house. A year later, ended up getting a house with my now fiance, which is insane to say. I met him literally probably like a week before the layoff, which is insane. So now we have a house. Now I'm working for a law firm. I'm a recruiter at a law firm, and I've learned that I like recruiting. That's where I need to be. That's where I need to stay. Um, and develop that side of my skill set. I'm a people person. I love talking
Yep.
to different people from
Yep.
different walks of life. I'm enjoying it a lot. I've definitely see myself growing more in this direction because I didn't know if I wanted to do TA, if I wanted to do HR, but recruiting, that's like the good side of HR. So I'll just stay over here.
Yeah, there you go. You definitely, like I said it before, like you have this vibe and aura about you that I just knew was not meant for what you were doing in that role you were in before. You did not need to be doing boring manual work. You were meant to be talking to people and building those relationships and
Yeah.
letting people see what a great person you are. I don't think at our other job you got that visibility that I
Mhm.
think you deserved. At the time, we weren't in a place where you were going to get that visibility, or I couldn't see where your role was going to go either based
For
on everything that was happening at the time.
sure.
Um, and, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to land a new role?
That's a good question. So I was unemployed for about 5 months. By the time where I was like, okay, let me start looking for jobs, it was December, which was ridiculous for me to try to look for a job in December. I'm saying you
Mhm.
can't. It's more so it's slow
Yep.
holiday. It's really not the top thing on most companies' priority is to fill roles. It's end of quarter. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
so um I started taking job searching seriously in January. It took me until March to land a role. Actually
Mm.
was working. It was like contractor recruiter for a
Okay.
manufacturing company. I was like, yeah, this is cool. I worked there for roughly about 4 days and realized I wasn't into it. Ended
Mm.
up getting the opportunity that I have now at a law firm, and that was a really hard thing to admit to myself. I really had to be real, and it wasn't some place that I truly felt
Yeah.
myself being able to grow. So land this job closer to home, way more free flowing. That's the type of environment that
Yeah.
I really find myself working the best
You
in.
gotta do what's best for you. You know at this point in your life, like what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and the ability to have that courage. Good for you for realizing it wasn't for you and you needed something else.
Yeah. And I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at. It's a place I see myself growing. I really enjoy the people and I can learn a lot from them.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
What is a piece of advice you would give to people in a similar situation if if they've been laid off, they might be laid off? What would you say to them?
Um, I'm very much roll with the punches, go with the flow.
Yeah.
My advice would be as simple as just look at it as a half full situation, half glass full situation.
Mm.
Because perspective is important, especially when you're going through such a questionable and rough time in your life of being laid off, whether you've been working for a company for 2 years, 10 years. You know, it's easy to think, well, what did I do wrong? Is it me? But a lot of the times it's not you. It's just how the cookie crumbles. It is what it is. And I hate to sound so matter of fact,
Hmm.
you sort of gotta take the punches, roll with it, and look at it as an opportunity to do something new and create a new segment in your life. Reevaluate where you are, who you are. Take the time to pause and reorient yourself and get back to it. I mean, you just gotta get up and get it done, really.
I like that. Get up and get it done.
Get up and get it
I always put like a tagline on these episodes, and I think that's gonna be it.
get up
Just
and
get up
get it
and get
done.
it done.
Yeah. And like I said, I hate to sound so I wish I had something more like beautiful. It's like, hey, it is.
No,
Just move
I
on.
don't.
Move on.
You got to. You can't stay in the past forever.
For sure.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
If nothing changes, if nothing changes, I love that. I'm gonna have to put that one for sure. Yeah. So
But thank you so much, Jen, for for sharing your story, for your advice, and being the person you are. I am lucky to know you and to continue having a friendship with you. Thank you so much. I will put your LinkedIn profile in this description so people could connect with you and see if there's any job opportunities at the law firm she's in that listeners might be interested in. You just never know.
Yeah. I need paralegals.
There you go. Shout out to the paralegals. Needed for sure. Well, thank you, Jenn. And we'll talk soon. What a great conversation that was with Jenn. I can't thank her enough for agreeing to be on this podcast. One of the things that I would definitely take with me that she said was get up and get it done. But really, it's all about your mindset. It's all about your perspective, taking situations as they come, sitting with it. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel lost, to grieve, if you will. But then you just got to get up and get it done. So whether you're listening on a walk, in the car, or just trying to get through your day, I hope these stories give you a little spark of inspiration and hope. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you.